What's up, and Merry Christmas, podcast listeners. We are the What's Up Casselberry podcast, episode number 99, and we are so glad to be with you on this Christmas week edition.
Yes, Drew, instead of a regular greeting, we need to say ho, ho, ho.
That's right, Andy, and we hope you're having a great week with your families, doing some fun Christmas-related activities. I'm Drew Taylor. My co-host is Andy Searles. Our producer is Robin Koeppe, and we are talking all things Casselberry like we do every week. We're so glad that you tuned in with us. We are Casselberry residents who love to have good conversations about those in Casselberry. As we said, it's Christmas week. Andy, Robin, do you have the merriment inside of you? What's going on? How you excited for the week?
Oh, I am very merry today, and I haven't been drinking. So that's the real kind of merry. But Drew, just before we start, I think it's really, really important that we give a special shout out to Santa, because I understand, or at least I've heard the rumors that when he is making his rounds around the world, you know what he's listening to?
No, what? The podcast?
The What's Up Casselberry podcast. I mean, it's just a rumor. Can't confirm it, but if there's any truth in it, want to give a shout out to Santa on this very busy week for him.
He's just trying to make sure he's on the nice list.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh man, you guys, I can't get anything past you. Yeah, it's that kind of like you used to cram for exams. Just the last couple of hours before an exam, you tried to learn everything because you'd been a slack studier beforehand. Yes. I'm the same way with the nice list. It's like, how in the last few days, what do I have to do to get on that list?
Exactly. That's kind of like, at times, I'll be honest, that's kind of like my prayer life. Like when things are really crazy and stressful, like, all right, God, please, right now. I don't know what's been going on the past months, but this week I need you.
Aren't you grateful that God doesn't work on the same philosophy and principle that Santa does, huh?
Yes, indeed. Very, very, very true. Well, hey, we've got a fun show. Andy, we have our episode Part 2 conversation with Chief Kinley. And I believe as part of the conversation there, we were given some facts, some fun facts about him and about the Seminole County Fire Department. And we thought we'd maybe open the show with some fire facts, as it were, about Chief Kinley and about Seminole County Fire Department. Do you have those facts?
I do. And I'm actually going to turn it into the form of a quiz. In fact, I'm going to turn it into the form of a rapid fire quiz.
Oh, there we go.
You see what I did there? All right. So Drew, Robin, you need to play as well. Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. Now, some of you may have got this if you listened to the episode last week. So maybe a little quiz around that as well. All right. Seminole County Fire Department was founded in what year? Closest gets an extra check on the nice list. Robin, what you got?
1930.
Okay. Good guess.
Closest wins.
I remember that he said it was a volunteer department for years and then became kind of officially Seminole County. I'm going to go a little later. I'm going to say like 1955.
You are both hopelessly wrong. It was 1974 when it officially became the Seminole County Fire Department. How many fire stations do we have in Seminole County? And again, closest gets another check on the nice list.
40.
Drew, you go first. Oh, okay. That was 40. Awesome. That is just how the podcast works. I instruct Drew and Robin jumps in. I don't know what's going on with that. Robin, you got 40. Drew, what you got?
I feel like I remember this. It's like 21 or 22.
It is going to be 21, but at the moment it is just 20.
I was close. Okay. Good.
I was so confident with that 42.
You were.
She's hopeful. Robin's expectant that we're going to keep growing. We're going to need more stations, need more firemen.
So Casselberry has 2 fire stations, each which has a distinct number.
Ooh.
What are those station numbers?
Yikes.
And as you guess them, I will tell you when those stations were built too.
Cool. Robin, do you want to try or do you want me to?
I'm just going to throw out the number 7 and 12.
Okay. There's no rhyme or reason in that, is there, Robin?
No, not at all.
I know. I have no idea. Is this a 1-digit number? Is this a...
Okay, I'll give you guys a clue. One is on Redbug Lake Road and the other is on Seminole Boulevard.
I'm sticking with my 7 and 12.
All right, I'm going to go with station 367 and 17.
17. Again, I see your logic. No, the station number on Seminole Boulevard is station 21. That fire station was built in 2005. You know where that is? Right opposite from our friends at Christian Help. And the Redbug Lake fire station is station number 25, right at the base of Redbug Lake near 436. And it's that fire station that is going to be moving into the new public safety complex near where our police station is as well. But station 25 was actually built the year that I was born in 1975. So it's 46 years old.
Nice. 46.
There you go.
Very good. Well, we are looking forward to part 2 of our conversation with Chief Kinley and just a little bit later in this episode. Before we get there, though, I think it's time for some hot Christmas themed dad jokes. What do you say?
Let's do it. I'm ready. I got some too.
All right, here we go. Andy, these are, hopefully they're not the same jokes. These were given to me from you via your father. If you are listening last week, listeners, Andy was over in England a little bit ago and spent some time with his dad celebrating his dad's birthday. And so what perfect way to honor Mr. Searles than to highlight some dad jokes that he has provided. So here we go. Joke number 1. Why couldn't Mary and Joseph make a video call to the shepherds and wise men when baby Jesus was born? Why, Robin?
I don't know.
We got no idea.
The silence is intense. Because there was no Zoom in the end. All right, here we go. Second one I've got. Why did nobody bid for Rudolph and Blitzen on eBay? Is eBay still is that still a place where people go to buy stuff? I go to Amazon. I guess eBay you can.
I think they do. I've never got into eBay, but I don't know.
More like you. Well, I mean, you can buy anything on eBay too, but it's mainly for more used things,
or like
collector,
or maybe like collector items and stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and independent sellers too.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
A lot of Beanie Babies, I'm guessing, are on eBay.
You ever hear that Weird Al song? I bought it on eBay. It's a parody of "I Want It That Way" from the Backstreet Boys. It's really funny.
I bought on eBay.
Hey, if that's a free download, let's play it on the podcast at the end.
Oh yeah, let's get sued for copyright violation.
All right, here we go.
Christmas.
Let's bring it back. This could be an hour episode. Here we go. Why did no one bid for Rudolph and Blitzen on eBay? Because they were too dear. They were Andy, what's yours?
All right. Well, these are Doug jokes. Okay. I got, let me see. I'll give you 3. Okay. They're not particularly Christmas themed, although one of them is. Have you heard about Murphy's Law?
Yes.
What is it?
Whatever can go wrong will go wrong.
That is correct. Have you heard of Cole's Law?
Coleslaw.
Coleslaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you respond, no, what is it?
No, what is it?
Thinly sliced cabbage.
Okay.
Hey, did you know that the CEO of IKEA was elected the Prime Minister of Sweden?
No.
You know what he's doing right now?
What?
Assembling his cabinet.
That's actually really funny.
Okay, here's my Christmas joke. Ready? Did you know that shipping problems have really hit the music industry this Christmas? Did you know that?
I did not. I'm sorry. I was waiting for Drew to answer. I did not.
Drew's just too busy laughing already. Yeah, no, it's true. The shipping problems have hit the music industry. In fact, right now, there are over 100,000 Otis Redding albums just sitting on the dock of the bay.
That was good. I like that one. There you go. There you have it, folks. The dad jokes of the week.
It is now time for your local update about things happening in your community. It is now time for Casselberry in the News.
We've got some Casselberry in the News segments. First one is kind of sad, but it's thankfully not serious. The Casselberry Walmart there on 436. Andy, Robin, you know the Casselberry Walmart just down the way on 436. A couple of weeks ago, as of this recording, maybe 10 days ago or so, was actually evacuated. It had to be evacuated. There was a bomb threat that was called in to that particular Walmart. Now, I honestly, where my mind went to was perhaps somebody was wanting to get some Christmas items on their list and thought maybe I can take them while everybody is in a panic, but hopefully that's not the case. The good news is, and the reason we bring this up is to highlight the Casselberry police. The management of Walmart did the right thing. They evacuated shoppers. They kept them safe. They called law enforcement, and our local Casselberry police did a full check, rundown, did not find anything suspicious, and ultimately ruled it as a hoax. So we're very thankful for the Casselberry police. Andy, in addition to highlighting the police, we've done some things with that Walmart, and we're thankful for them, aren't we?
Yeah, good people, very generous, very involved in the community. I was talking to the police department after that incident, and they said, though, that shoplifting has been off the charts this Christmas season at Walmart. They are constantly there, and as well as been concerning, honestly, that's very sad as well, that people would feel the need to steal something, perhaps because they're struggling this Christmas as well. But yeah, the Walmart folks are very involved in the community. Our police department are very involved in the community. In fact, just this last Saturday, I was involved helping with their Heroes and Helpers event, where the cops help the real heroes, some underserved children in our community, and provide Christmas presents for them as well. So we always love, and there's plenty of them at this time of the year, the wonderful stories that come out of people serving one another within our community. So let's focus on that rather than shoplifting and bomb threats. That's not helpful. That's not what we want to be about. But let's help build our community together.
Absolutely. And we'll have several more stories next week at episode number 100, highlighting some of the things that have been going on in and around our city. It was amazing to see Christian Help, one of our podcast partners, do a big event at Willow Creek Church, helping provide gifts and counsel and prayer and care for many in our community. And so we do. I echo your sentiments, Andy. We live in a great city, lots of folks doing very positive things. And so if you, listener, and talking to myself as well, if we can be a light, if we can serve others, we will just make this an even greater place to be. Hey, let's take a quick break, and we'll be back with part 2 of our conversation.
And now from the Society of Historic Casselberry, this is History of Casselberry with Dr. Deborah Bauer.
This is Dr. Deborah Bauer with your Casselberry History in 90 seconds. Seminole County had its very own horse track located right here in Casselberry. In 1920, the original track opened up off of what is today Lake Drive and Seminole Boulevard. It had a mile racing oval. Between its opening in 1920 and its closing in 2000, it was known by various names such as Seminole Downs, Seminole Jockey Club, Seminole Driving Park, Azalea Driving Park, Seminole Stock Car Raceway, Seminole Racing Park, Seminole Turf Club, Seminole Harness Racing Plant, Seminole Thoroughbred Racing, Seminole Harness Track, Super Seminole Greyhound Park, and finally Seminole Greyhound Park. In the early 1920s, the area served as a winter training center for quarter horses that owners raced in Orlando. In 1926, owners built a grandstand when they converted the park to pari-mutuel thoroughbred horse racing. In 1929, R.J. Reynolds of the tobacco industry fame tried to conduct harness racing at the park, but the outbreak of the Great Depression in October 1929 quickly ended. In 1946, Hibbard Casselberry bought the track from David Hillman for $38,000, approximately $467,000 in today's money. He eventually sold it to Stanley and Joanna Koeppe in 1951, who introduced stock car racing in 1954. In 1967, investors introduced thoroughbred racing on a 5/8 mile track. At its height, the grandstand could seat 2,500 people at a time, with an additional 450 people in the clubhouse. In 1981, owners converted it from a horse racing track to a dog racing track. The building was knocked down on August 30th, 2003. Today, the Legacy Park housing development stands in its place. Again, this has been Dr. Deborah Bauer with your Casselberry History in 90 Seconds.
Our podcast partner is Kelly Financial Solutions. If you're looking for a mortgage solution that will truly work for you, then look no further than Kelly Financial Solutions. They offer home loan options that you won't find anywhere else, not even at the big bank down the street. A mortgage is a huge decision, and it's critical that you get the right terms that truly work for you. Kelly Financial Solutions team has more than a decade of mortgage experience, and we combine this knowledge with national partnerships, amazing service to deliver one-of-a-kind mortgage options with the lowest rates possible. Travis Kelly has been a supporter of this podcast and is the Chamber of Commerce president in Casselberry. Travis Kelly is a supporter of this podcast and has become a dear friend of Andy and I. I'd love it if you gave Travis a call. You can connect with him and the Kelly Financial Solutions team at 407-618-1176. That's 407-618-1176. Thank you, Kelly Financial Solutions.
My wife and I are big Chicago Fire fans. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how realistic is the media portrayal in those kind of shows of your job?
So obviously that is Hollywood, and they're going to ramp it up a little bit. But I'll say, because I have seen those shows, and I think that a lot of it is based on things that have happened in fire departments over the past 100 years and hundreds of fire departments. So the things that are in there, is there a level of truth in them, a level of accuracy of things that have happened? Sure. I mean, I think you can pick any line of work and sensationalize it, but that stuff's not happening every day.
I'm more thinking, Matt, that you guys are more handsome than the actors play on Smoking Man. You got that salt and pepper look going on. Look like a leader.
We have a lot of fit individuals in this fire department, that's for sure.
Matt, we're really enjoying our conversation with you. Let's talk a little bit about some of the local firemen here. You don't have to name anybody by name, but obviously building trust and just teamwork, like you shared earlier, is just a huge component to our different departments and firehouses. Could you talk a little bit about how trust and teamwork is kind of built and developed over time? What are some of the strategies there you're trying to implement?
You're 100% accurate. Trust is that's one of the things that we always say, that we have to be able to trust you. And that goes into a whole lot of different levels. And that starts in our recruit academy that's going on right now, where we've hired 35 individuals and they're out there busting their butts every day, working together. And that blood, sweat, and tears starts to build that trust. You see the people that they've got your back. You get into the station, you build trust by working hard. You build trust by running calls. You build trust by showing that you're competent. And that comes with checking out your truck and the training. There's really no substitute for working together and having been through a battle, for lack of a better term, to build that trust. And as you move up through the ranks and you become chief officers, specifically when you get to a fire chief type level, you kind of get pulled out of the station and the routine calls. So you really have to make a concerted effort to go out into the stations. Nothing beats face-to-face interactions. That builds the trust then from the chief level with those that I may not have served with, or other chief officers may not have served with, riding on a truck. It's really easy when it's somebody that you've ridden on a truck for a decade. But getting out into that station and actually having those face-to-face interactions, that's really the main way that you do that. Electronic communication just doesn't work.
Yeah. Matt, as trust is absolutely essential, so is chain of command and clear leadership. What's some of the best leadership advice or counsel that you've been given as you step into this role that, you would kind of want to share both publicly and down the chain of command?
Leadership, I think, has a lot to do with knowing when to get out of people's way. There's points and times when the leader's got to make a decision when there's really no right answer. And are we going to go left? Are we going to go right? Are we going to stay straight? You have to interject at those points in time. But I think a good leader empowers those that are working with them. I won't say for them, but working with them to really do what they're trained to do. Provide them the resources, help maybe open up a door that's hard to get open at a point because there will be a sticking point, but allowing them to really carry that water. Not for a pun.
Yeah, no pun intended. Yeah.
Accomplish the goals and to progress the fire department.
That's a really good piece of advice. And I think it's helpful for no matter what industry folks are in is, identifying the good habits and the potential in those folks around and building and encouraging them. Matt, you obviously work very hard. You mentioned at the top, you're a family man, your wife and 2 daughters. When you think about just at the end of a long day, a long shift, you get off, you get home, how would you define just a good day for you?
So a good day at work, that's probably actually a fairly easy question. So we've got some lines that have resonated within our fire department for before I even got here. 5-minute response time, trained personnel, adequate resources, constant prevention. And here's the part that makes my head go down. Very easy. Everyone goes home safe. That's the part that really, that's a good day, that everyone went home safe. And that's not just everybody in the fire department, but that's everybody that we're serving out in the public.
Matt, just a couple of questions left. You're stepping into this new role. I know it comes with the interim title right now. I don't know what the process looks like to take away that interim piece, but I'm sure it's pretty complex and involved. But as you look at this new role, as you sit in this new chair, what are you most excited about, and what are you most anticipating as a challenge?
Excited about is the opportunity to, and I'm humbled by the opportunity to lead this fire department into the future. For me, the challenge of stepping into this new role with all the complexities within a metro-sized fire department with nearly 500 personnel, a $100 million budget, and leading that forward. We're in budget time right now, so we're preparing for next year and continuing with putting all those priorities in line, getting equipment, building fire stations, because Seminole County is a magnet for growth. And as we continue to build out, putting all of the hard-earned taxpayers' money into the right areas to provide that service that they demand, probably the scariest thing.
Excellent. Great. As we've talked a little bit about you, a lot about the great work that you and your teams do. Just on a final question, let's just focus on the kind of residents of Seminole County. If you could have a bullhorn, a big microphone that would speak into every household, what piece of advice would you give to our residents to stay safe as we prepare for the holidays?
Being the holidays, it's pretty easy. I was anticipating that question. I've got some things written down on that. So during the holidays, Christmas trees are a big thing. Lights are a big thing. Fireplaces are a big thing. It's getting cold. Bonfire, little fires outside are a big thing. With the trees, and we're actually doing a demonstration here that we're going to film and put out on social media with our burn trailer with a dried real Christmas tree. And if you Google burning Christmas tree, when they dry out, the amount of heat and energy that they can release in a very, very short period of time is very dangerous. So if you have real Christmas trees in your house, keep them watered. You have to keep them watered. You want to keep them 3 feet away from anything that's flammable. You want to ensure that the lights, there's no fraying in the wire. You definitely want to turn them off before you go to bed or any time that you're away from the house. You don't want to put burning candles in them for lighting. We had here recently a natural wreath that somebody had made, beautiful wreath, but was using candles to light it up. And that continues to dry out and it will catch on fire. So I'm just going to go through some of the things that I actually have written down here so I make sure that you want to make sure that your Christmas tree is not blocking any exits. And if it's like my house, you want to make sure that the boxes for all the ornaments and all the toys that you're hiding from the kids aren't blocking any of the exits. Replacing the string light. If there's any frays, make sure that you're reading the manufacturer's instructions. Another big thing that people do is they'll plug too many things into an outlet, which will overpower that outlet. And if the
we've seen, it's like Christmas Vacation, right?
Absolutely. If the breaker doesn't work correctly, that can cause a fire too. And we've been on many of those. After Christmas, make sure that you get rid of that tree and get rid of it in the right way. Dried out trees are a danger. They shouldn't be left at home in the garage, placed outside near to the side of the home. It's just a fire hazard.
That's good. Are you done? That's a long list.
So.
All right. That's good.
Well, it's just there's so many things to cover. We got just going through the Thanksgiving holidays, and we always talk around here. Every year we'll get a turkey frying fire. Every year,
Right.
It happens.
Matt, thank you so much for your time. This has been a insightful, fascinating conversation. We're grateful for you. We're grateful for your leadership. We're grateful for the men and women that serve alongside you. Just in closing, in your last answer, you mentioned that you share quite a lot of stuff on social media. Could you give us that social media address if folks want to go there and watch those videos and find out more about how they can play their part in being safe?
So on Facebook, we're at /SCFD.1974. On Instagram, we're at Seminole County FD. On Twitter, we're at SCFDPIO. And our webpage is www.seminolecountyfl.gov/fire department. And if you wanted to get the up close view, visit a fire station.
All right. That's great. You're not on TikTok or anything yet, Matt. That's not one
no.
of you? Matt, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your leadership. And thank you for the difference that you make in keeping so many in our community safe. We're very, very grateful for all that you do and the risks that you take every day on our behalf. So thank you very much.
Of our county commission, and we've got a tremendous fire department here in Seminole County.
Excellent.
Cool. Thank you, Chief Kinley. Man, it was such a great conversation with him, Andy. We're very, very appreciative of his time. Know he's a busy man. Loved that we were able to have a 2-part conversation with him, and very thankful for he and all of our firefighters that keep our city safe and cared for. Andy, would you close us out for this Christmas episode?
I will. It is the Christmas season. And as our listeners know, Drew, you and I are pastors. And while we don't promote our faith on this podcast, at this special time of year, we felt it was appropriate to have our inspirational quote, not from some great leader of history, some local legend or someone else, but from God's word itself. As Mary realizes that she is pregnant with Jesus, the Son of God, an angel has offered her hope and encouragement. And this young teenage girl is afraid and alone. And we sing the song, Mary, Did You Know? And I'm sure she knew part of it, but I'm sure there's a lot that she didn't know about what was ahead for her. But in the midst of uncertainty, as she's faced with this life-changing moment, carrying the Son of God, she says this. Her response is so simple, so clear. She says, I am the Lord's servant. May your word to me be fulfilled. What a beautiful picture in the midst of uncertainty, in the midst of difficulty, of her entrusting herself to God. This Christmas season, listeners, whatever you're going through, whatever the future holds, whatever uncertainties you are facing, both Drew and I would encourage you to entrust yourself to God this Christmas season. He loves you so much that he sent his one and only Son all the way from heaven to be born as a baby, to grow up as a man, to go to a cross because of this profound and powerful love for you. From all of us in the What's Up Casselberry studios, we wish you a very Merry Christmas.